So you want to start your online health coaching business, but imposter syndrome keeps kicking in. You keep procrastinating on the tasks that you know are the most important. You second guess every idea thinking that it's not good enough. And every time that you feel motivated to take action, you freeze and end up getting nothing done. Trust me guys, I've been there, and I feel like every other coach that has started in this business has also been there as well, if they are not still going through it. So what I'm gonna do within this video is I'm gonna help you move through the imposter syndrome to show you how you can become the most powerful coach without needing another certification to prove that you're capable. I'm Brittany, I'm a business mentor and the founder of Paid in Paradise, where I help aspiring health coaches build 3 to 5K months doing what they absolutely love from anywhere in the world, as I am sitting here in my villa in Bali. So if you are ready to build a health coaching business that feels aligned, authentic, and profitable, then you are definitely in the right place. So the number one reason why people don't start their coaching business, the business that can open up so many opportunities and doors to fulfillment, to impact, to financial freedom, it is not a lack of time. It's not a lack of resources. It is imposter syndrome. It's this internal belief that you have that says that you are not competent, capable, or as qualified as others might think you are. It's this deep-rooted feeling within you that tells you that you are not good enough to be here. Despite all of your history from experiences and your own transformation, your own story, other people that you've helped with, all of these things that show that you are good enough, there is still that voice that tells you you aren't. It's this little voice that tells you, who am I to be doing this? I'm not qualified enough. Why would someone want to work with me when this person can do it a lot better? And then next thing you know, you're downplaying all of your wins, all of your success stories. You're consumed with self-doubt. And now this paralyzes you from taking further action. And even when you do fight through the fear of imposter syndrome, you start overthinking every little thing in your business. You get caught up in the perfectionism, spending hours on the Canva graphics that nobody really gives a fuck about. You spend so much time learning and listening to podcasts and watching these YouTube videos so you can feel more legit before you feel ready to start. And this is what stops people from ever starting their business, because they think they need that second, third, fourth, fifth certification. Guys, I'm here to tell you that you might not ever feel ready to start. And that's not because you're an imposter. You are just stepping into this version of yourself that you have never seen before. And of course that's going to feel very scary because it's something that's unfamiliar. And when something is scary and unfamiliar to your reptile brain, it kicks in and it says, oh my God, danger, fear, run away, stop. And it's that exact fear that paralyzes you. So when I first started my health coaching business, I technically was a fraud. So I want to share this story with you guys to hopefully just make you feel better and understand that nothing has to be perfect. You don't need to know everything before you are ready to become a coach. So I didn't have this huge, big dream of being a health coach. It kind of fell into my lap. So in 2020, I went through a pretty big physical transformation. I used to be a huge partier. I would binge drink and I would binge eat a lot on weekends. So when COVID happened, it removed me from that lifestyle and I started devoting all of my time and energy into running and eating healthy. And because of that, I dropped around 15 to 20 pounds within months. It was the skinniest that I've ever been. And as unhealthy as it was how I did it, I still felt empowered by my journey. So I started sharing bits and pieces on Instagram, and I had a lot of girls commenting, asking how I did it. And what most of these girls that were asking me, what they didn't know was I did it very unsustainably. And to be honest, I didn't really know how I did it. I was running 40 kilometers a week. I was going to bed extremely hungry every night, and I was trying to eat as little as I possibly could. I knew this wasn't healthy, but it was my only outlet during COVID. So when people started asking me about it, I actually did not know what to tell them. I did, however, wanted to learn more about my own body and how that transformation happened, which led me to invest into nutrition coaching certifications, which, if I'm being honest, guys, was a complete fucking waste of money because it was a bunch of this sciencey shit that really didn't help with the coaching aspect. So then here I am starting my own business, knowing that my own transformation wasn't healthy or sustainable, and had no clue how I was supposed to sit there and teach other people how to help themselves and get the same transformation. So cue the imposter syndrome. All I could feel was guilt for asking them for money and not feeling confident at all in my own ability to go and help them. My brain was coming up with all of these worst case scenarios, like, what if they pay me and they don't get the results? What if they tell their friends at how bad of an experience this was? What if they ask for a refund? What if they find out that I have no fucking clue what I'm doing? But the part that I forgot about was how much I actually did know. If I was disciplined enough to lose the 15 to 20 pounds, end binge eating, and maintain a consistent workout schedule, of course I could help somebody who's never worked out a day in their life, who knows absolutely nothing about nutrition, and somebody that binge eats every weekend. So I wanna tell you guys right now, if you guys are 5 steps ahead of who you used to be, you are good enough to coach. You are not trying to help the average population become bodybuilders. So you don't need to know everything that there is to do with the metabolism and nutrition. But if you know the basics, you can help somebody who's never done this before. Yes, however, it is your obligation as a coach to continuously further your education to make sure that you are giving your clients the best experience possible. However, you do not need to know every single thing about the process in order for you to get started. This is a sign of perfectionism, which is a massive part of imposter syndrome. I was shaking, anxious. My heart was beating when it was time for my very first client to submit her check-in. It was the first time after a month that she had to upload her progress pictures, and I cared so fucking much about this client's results because she put in so much effort within the program. She followed the entire plan that I gave her to a T, and I wanted that physical progress to reflect the effort that she was putting in. So it's check-in day. I'm about to do her check-in. I log into Trainerize. I'm about to click her progress pictures and my stomach is in knots. I was literally doing one of these and I'm like, okay, about to check her progress pictures and I just start smiling. In just 1 month, her body looked completely different. Her waist was smaller. Her abs were showing. She looked so much leaner. And I just felt that imposter syndrome wash away. I ran to my family. I was showing them her progress pictures and I was like, guys, this is my client. And it was in that exact moment that I realized the only way to overcome imposter syndrome is to take messy action right through it. It's to be courageous enough to just do it before you feel ready. Because when you dive in head first and you give it your all, you have to understand that it's not just about you. Your clients also have to uphold their end of the program. They're the ones that have to show up. They have to put the work in. They have to follow the plan that you have in place, because if not, how can they expect to get results? So we think we need all of this knowledge and education, but what we forget is most people just need support and accountability. They need to know just the basic habits and building blocks that are needed for a healthy lifestyle. And they need us to support them through that so they don't give up before they start seeing the results. And I know you. I know you care as much as I do, or you wouldn't want to become a coach. And that passion, that care, that determination, that's what's gonna make you a phenomenal coach, not this endless list of certifications. Confidence in coaching, it doesn't come before. It comes throughout the process. So if you never start, you will never overcome imposter syndrome. So every win that you have, every conversation that leads to a booked call, every closed client, every client check-in, every client transformation, I need you guys to celebrate the fuck out of it, because it's showing you that you are capable of changing lives because you're already doing it. And if you don't have clients yet, go through your own transformation. Who were you before? What were you struggling with compared to where you're at now? What were those wins that stacked up over time to get you to the transformation that you have? Because that is proof in the results. That is proof that if you've already done it, you can help somebody go through the exact same process. Another certification, I'm sorry guys, it's not going to replace the lack of belief that you have in yourself as a coach. You have to be constantly reminding yourself that you are good enough to do this. The more that you are able to train your brain, the more belief you will have, and that will lead to you consistently showing up. Because there is people out there, guys, they are not looking for a 50-pound weight loss journey. They're not, like I said before, they're not trying to become bodybuilders. They just want to live a healthier lifestyle. And this is something that you've been doing for how many years? So if you deeply care and are willing to learn and continuously show up every day, that already makes you the coach that people are praying for to help them. Your confidence will become the byproduct of the courage that you show up with. So I am telling you guys right now, you are good enough. And if you need this constant reminder, please check out our mentorship program, Paid in Paradise. It's built for women exactly like you that don't just need help with the back-end systems, but need help with the mindset and belief to pursue a 3 to 5K month coaching business. So click the link below to learn more. And I hope you show up today as the powerful coach that I know you are capable of being.